What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning George Kambosos. Get this, George Kambosos states that I love the Haney fight, and I love the Lomachencko fight. The IBF, the WBC franchise, the WBO, the WBA lightweight champion, George Kambosos is sizing up his option for his first defense of the unified crown. Last November, of course, he pulled off one of the biggest shockers of the year when he dropped and outboxed heavily favored Teofimo Lopez over 12 rounds to capture the 4 belts at Hulu Theater at New York's Madison Square Garden. Kambosos is now looking to return on a potential date in May in a big stadium in Australia. Okay. The Aussie star has fought on the road since 2017, with his fights taking place in the United States, the UK, Malaysia, and Athens. Now Kambosos wants to lure over a big name overseas to fight him on home soil. Several boxers have already raised their hands to secure the opportunity, including the WBC champion Devin Haney and the 3-division world champion Vasyl Lomachencko. Kambosos is on board with facing either opponent. And quote, he says, "I love the Haney fight and I love the WBC piece. I love the Lomachencko fight, a big name, and Tank Davis as well. Ryan Garcia has got a huge name. I want to see him back into the ring first," Kambosos said to Fox Sports. "We're sitting here negotiating, making sure they'll come to Australia first. That's the most important thing, that they'll travel down. I know for a fact that Haney will and Lomachencko will. So that is a big plus right away." Lomachencko was in action last month, where he picked up a dominant 12-round decision over Richard Commey at Madison Square Garden. And Haney also saw action last month when he outboxed champion Joseph Diaz. So, let me counterpunch. What we're dealing with is a guy that has options. George Kambosos has options. There's no doubt about it, and he's definitely being patient with it. Now, the question you ask yourself, is he being too patient? Is he being too cautious or too apprehensive to pick a fight? That's the question. Okay, because you have Devin Haney and you have Vasyl Lomachencko. Everyone else doesn't really matter. Tank Davis don't matter. Ryan Garcia shouldn't matter. You don't have to see Ryan Garcia again in order to fight him, unless he's offering more money, and that makes sense. So you might as well take that and defend what you've accomplished, because he's accomplished a lot in one night. Okay, but if you're talking about him saying, "Oh, I have to wait for Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, a good fight." Well, I think that what they should do, they should sever the last 2 people that I mentioned and focus on Devin Haney and Lomachencko. Why? Because they fulfill their responsibilities and they are available to take the fight. And they both said they're coming to Australia, so I don't even really know what the deal is. Okay? And see, to me, I don't want to be cynical or whatever, but someone could easily see like, okay, you're just stalling time to see who's available. Because one thing that fighters are not going to do, they're not going to wait around for you to bullshit or to figure it out. People got things to do. If other fights become available, they may take it. I know he's a hot property. He's hot property because he's a unified champion and all. But even those particular guys, people get tired of them, especially when another opportunity presents itself. Okay, all boxers are contractors, okay, that fight for prize money. So if another contract comes around with, of course, representing another fighter, what do you think that they'll do? Okay, so I don't think that he should waste his time trying to figure out between Ryan Garcia, which has been inactive like for fucking ever, and Gervonta Tank Davis, that has never stepped up to save his life. Okay, so why would any of those guys? And he already said, "I don't want fuck them belts. I fight him for free." Oh, no, I won't fight him for free, but fuck them belts, and drove off. Right? So, like, why would you want to even deal with that? Because if I'm the king, I'm the unified champ, I would see that as an insult and be like, okay, next, keep it moving. Right? So I wouldn't even really be worried about anything of that nature. whatsoever. Okay. So George Kambosos, I think, he has two good options, and I think he should weigh the options appropriately. But if anything, if I see him fighting anybody, it would definitely be Vasil Lomachencko and not Devin Haney. But I could be wrong. And like I said, I want to be wrong. Okay. Not all the time, but sometimes. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of George Kambosos loving both the Haney idea to fight him or the Lomachencko idea to fight him. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.